First off, I'd like to thank you guys for allowing me to speak here today. Mr. Blackburn, you took one of my calls last week. I was able to get some information that I will leave for you that you weren't able to answer. Mr. Snyder, I appreciate you inviting me to come speak on this today. Well, let's get down to it. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, I just assumed your genders. I would like to take my time to produce evidence that contradicts this body's and state's public announcements in regard to coronavirus or COVID-19. You see, folks, the problem here is that the media and the experts have flip-flopped so much on this pandemic that it has most people confused. Why are they confused? Well, because from the beginning, we had these experts give us astronomical predicted death counts between 2 to 6 million, depending on who you asked, that we are far from achieving. We had the media push predicted death so hard that they conditioned people to fear something with a high survival rate. The media changed that narrative after riot season slowed down and we came back to COVID 2.0. Yes, folks, the update is complete. Now the narrative is that positive cases are on the rise. Good job. More testing equals more results, both positive and negative. Same as if you give more people IQ tests. You'd see an astounding drop in IQ score the more tests given. The survival rate is above 99%, folks. And I've heard a lot of math here today, a lot of numbers thrown out. So I, using public record, went and found my own numbers. Bell County population is 365,000 estimated July 2019. COVID tests done in this county, 24,577. Positive result cases of COVID-19, 1,523. Total hospitalized, 62. Deaths, 13. So let's do a little math. If you take the test divided by the population, which would be 24,577, divided by 365,000, you come up with 0.06733425%. If you take the amount of people hospitalized and divide it by the amount of people tested in this county, you have 62 hospitalized divided by 24,577 tested. That equals 0.00252268%. But let's talk about the most important thing on this, and that's the death count. Deaths in this county, 13, divided by tests in this county, 24,577, equals 0.00052,895%. Shouldn't we be focusing on how easy it is to beat this? That statistically you have an amazing shot at never getting really sick? We've been mandated to close certain businesses and to wear masks. Well, here's the problem. Wearing a mask 5 months into a pandemic is like wearing a condom after your partner is pregnant, or expecting a chain link fence to stop mosquitoes. How about those who can't wear a mask due to a medical condition? What about those who are verbally and physically assaulted by their fellow citizens because they aren't masked up? People are not aware that someone like me could have a health condition that makes it hazardous to wear a mask. The standard remark is, just put it on. It's only for a few minutes. False. Have any of y'all been to a Lowe's or a packed grocery store lately? What are the standard wait times to check out? Has anyone checked the buy online, pick up in store options at stores? Do you realize that most are booked 2 weeks out? How does someone like me, and many people I know that are on a fixed income, plan for something like that? I have to stay within my budget and pay schedule. If I am then expected to wait on a pickup time, I run the risk of running out of my essential goods before I am able to get them. Speaking of essential, let me touch on the absurdity of closing certain businesses. Why would you close bars back down and other leisure activities, but allow Walmart, Target, H-E-B, etc., to remain open? Most bars aren't near as packed as a Walmart on payday, especially in this area. But I guess the virus is smart enough not to hang out in Walmart or Target. And let's talk about the protests in this state. I support the right to protest and have participated in peaceful protests in the past. However, it defies common sense to close bars and limit people's crowd size to 10 people while at the same time allowing hundreds to thousands to protest in the streets. On to my last point, as I am sure I'm running out of time and maybe patience. But y'all were elected by the people and y'all are supposed to serve the people. Mr. Snyder, remember the conversation we had on the phone last week? Because I certainly do. Didn't you say y'all had conflicting test results? A person tested positive and about 10 of y'all got tested and tested negative? What does DSHS, that's Texas, qualify as a probable case? Here's the answer to that. Being in close proximity of a person that tests positive is one of those qualifications. And then that person tests negative a day or two later? Interesting. And finally, that story mimics stories across the state where one test shows one result and another test shows it different. Have you seen the African official who did tests on fruit and other inanimate objects, the ones that tested positive? Why can't y'all, as local officials, push the other data? Why don't you give your constituents the choice to read and analyze the data for themselves? If you have a condition and you go to 10 doctors and get 3 different diagnoses or opinions, which would you go with? Why are you going off a few sets of data when so much other data exists? Give us the choice. I'll close with this. Y'all need to exercise the intelligence that the people assumed you had when searching this data. Otherwise, you will be replaced come election time. Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. Benjamin Franklin. And I have all of this is data that supports everything I read in there. Mr. Snyder, I believe I emailed you most of this. And that's all I have.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.